Broadcasting from the center of the universe and the Thrive15.com world headquarters.
Let's go!
Presenting the world's only business school without the BS, with optometrist and entrepreneur Dr. Robert Zellner, the former Small Business Administration Entrepreneur of the Year in your ear, Clay Clark. It's the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170. 3, 2, 1, boom!
Hello, Tulsa, Oklahoma's green country, and the people all around this fine city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome back to the Thrivetime Show, your daily audio dojo of mojo. And I know many of you, I'm sorry to interrupt you right now, I know many of you are eating your Oklahoma Joes, and you're going, if you just stop talking, I could enjoy these beans. But the thing is, we have a powerful topic today. We have a powerful conversation today. Today, we are talking about something that everybody out there who is an entrepreneur absolutely needs to know. And if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to know this, okay? So according to Forbes magazine, 57% of you listening right now want to start a business at some point. And according to all the data that's out there, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 6 out of 10 of the jobs in our city are created by small business owners. So you absolutely need to know this. This topic is how to build a simple system to effectively and consistently generate sales leads. How to build a simple system to effectively and consistently generate leads. Now, Dr. Robert Zellner is out today expanding his vast entrepreneurial empire. And so in the box that rocks, I have Mrs. Sharita Bent, one of the members of our Thrive 15 leadership team. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. I'm so happy to be here.
And wearing camo. Wearing
Yes.
camo to bring the
Styling.
listeners more ammo. We have my wife of 15 years. That deserves some cheers. Mrs.
Yes.
Vanessa Clark, how are you?
Great. I thought I'd change it up. I'm a little edgy today, I guess.
I can't see you.
That's right.
Are you in a rap group? Okay, no.
I might be.
She's concealed.
Okay, so here's the thing, Thrivers. These two ladies, they used to do the entertainment for the Oral Roberts University halftime.
Yes.
So if you went to an ORU basketball game,
Yeah.
these two ladies would organize the festivities. Sharita was actually in charge of the cheer program.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, there's one song, and when you'd play the song, it was simple. You play the song in every middle-aged, middle-class, middle America person, they would go, I know this song. And if they couldn't dance at all, if they can't clap on beat, if they've got problems with rhythm therapy, if they're tone deaf, they hear this song and they're going, I could do this. And I'm going to play the song because this is how simple your sales system has to be. Your sales system has to be so simple that it's more simple than this song. It's like a formula of awesome. Here we go. All right, Thrivers, you've heard this song. Remember this song? The Village People,
You make
YMCA.
me want to go to a game.
Oh, yeah. Now, here we go. Now, the part about that song that makes it so simple, though, is it's YMCA, and everyone can do that on Facebook Live. YMCA. And some of you are going, are you really singing YMCA? No, but work with me on that.
really
It's
happened.
so simple, right? And so everybody in the audience, this is what we do. Young man, something rather, young man. And then, but we could all do that, right?
Yes.
And the whole idea is that it got everybody involved, very simple, easy to do. And when you were designing the halftime stuff, didn't you guys come up with the whole Jaws thing? What was that thing you
We
did?
did that. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, ba-da, ba-da.
Hey.
That was something you came up
You're
with.
taking us
Sure,
back.
we did. We made up all those dances and everything that they do to the band tunes. And we used to fly through the air, too. We were down there doing it
Yeah,
at one
so we were
time.
doing some things that are a little more complicated, but most
Sure.
of the time we kept it simple.
Yeah.
Now, why did you guys choose Darth Vader's theme song as your move? What was the deal? Walk me through that. What was that all about?
In my heart, I love Darth Vader, but keep going.
Why did you guys choose that song?
I think it was something, again, like you said, with the YMCA, just to have that appeal to all people, something that everyone can connect with and know, and just the simplicity of those notes. It's really simple.
And I think it was tradition also at that point. And I'm thinking, I've not been there for a long time, but you're kind of making me nostalgic. Maybe we should go back. Are they still doing
do
this?
it. We went
the kids
the other
love it.
day,
Kids
and
loved
they're
it.
still doing it. It was really weird, though, watching it from the stands, because we were used to being down on the
Yes.
floor.
Hey,
Yeah.
did you guys just hear that?
They still do it. What?
I just sold something while we were on the radio.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love it.
That's awesome.
And did you hear that?
That was me. I don't know.
We just did it again. See, the thing is,
Yes.
the elephant in the room, we're selling stuff literally
Nice.
every 2 minutes.
How is
something
that
is being
working,
sold.
though? You're
How does
not
that
there.
work? See,
You're not
that's
there.
the thing. That's the thing. You want to build. So I'm going to read this notable quotable to you from the book Scale. By the way, Thrivers, did you miss that? I just sold something. Here we go. Listen to this.
I love it.
Okay, here's the thing. Let me read this to you. It says this. Remember, the finish line is not just to be profitable. The real finish line is to build a truly scalable business. Excuse me, Thrivers, I just sold something. That creates massive value in the marketplace without needing you to be there every day to run it.
Oh, wow.
So good.
Let me try again. Here we go, Thrivers. Let me read it to you one more time. Remember, the finish line is not just to be profitable. The real finish line is to be able to build a truly scalable business that allows you to host a radio show while selling something. So, no, seriously, that's the idea, though.
Yeah,
So many people, they asked Z and I, they said, if you're doing the radio show, how are you going to do how are you going to do your other businesses if you're doing the radio show? Vanessa.
You know why I think we can really, truly appreciate this so much?
Oh, come on now.
Because we lived the other side of it.
Yeah.
We lived the other side where we did mostly you. I was the support and I helped with everything, but every aspect of the business, from creating the product to delivering the product, from managing the people, from doing maintenance to doing the accounting, it was all one-man show. And now it's so beautiful to be on the other side.
Now,
and
this was my
bring Thrivers over.
Yeah.
This is my Darth Vader phase, okay? Now,
I told you I love Darth Vaders.
Yeah.
This is what happened. I used to work all of the time trying to create a duplicatable system, I thought, for sales that
You need to
involved...
clone yourself.
Well, if the phone rang, I said, my system was, pass me the phone.
Sure.
That's right. The red phone, the money phone.
Remember the money phone?
I remember the
I
money
remember
phone.
it
Everyone,
too.
get that phone to Clay.
So I used to tell, I had like a team of dudes, and they would wait for the phone to ring, and they would pitch that to me. And then I came up with a new system. I said, now you guys call all the brides who register on the list, and then as soon as you get them on the phone, you pitch it to me.
Yeah.
And Vanessa knows.
I
And I'm
remember.
paying them like
This is true.
$50 commissions to
pass
hand me
the
a phone. And they're like, oh, so their job was they would just cold call. They go, boop, 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 boop. Hey, is this Sharita?
Yes, it's me.
Sharita, I saw you registered at the bridal show. Are you still looking for a DJ?
I am. I don't have one yet.
Oh my gosh, the founder of our company's been trying to reach you. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Hey, this is Clay. That was my whole day.
A great move you had too was,
was a
so
super move.
they wouldn't notice the change in the voice. Sometimes you would tell them to hang up on them and act like they got disconnected, and then you would call right back and it would be you.
I am
That was
shocked.
a super move.
I am shocked that
I love this. This is
you would
coming out.
share my move. But here we
I
go.
remember it.
That was the Darth Vader of sales. I would just come in and it was,
I love it.
and there's the last scene in the Rogue movie.
So good.
They're like
So
Darth Vader's
good.
being shot at by
So
like 50
good.
people, and I'm
the
going.
bullets just fly up to the
I'm
ceiling.
And I love Clay's commentary is he always says, Darth Vader is the best manager.
Yeah, he
No
was a
one
fan.
manages
I like the
him.
chokehold. I like the chokehold that he can do.
But that's what my sales office used to be every
Yeah.
day. Seriously, the
Yeah.
office, people be running around just kind of hanging out, doing nothing.
Throwing
I would
phones.
come in, and then I would get that. I would come in, and then the phones would start ringing, and they just pitched to me. Vroom, vroom, shoo, vroom, 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 vroom. But when I left, the stormtroopers all got killed.
True.
So I've
No
built it that way.
vacations.
So that's the thing is, Thrivers, is that we want to help you build a turnkey sales system. By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just sold something.
Oh, I love it. Can I say something about
Yeah.
this too? I think you have to have kind of a paradigm shift about business.
Yes.
Because I think we all grow up thinking maybe like when the business is dependent on you and you are doing everything, that's the definition of success.
Sorry, Dr.
You know?
Z, he just sold something.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you do.
So it's like a paradigm shift you have to have, because I think there was a time when you thought, oh, it's going to all be dependent on me, and that's
Yeah.
how it needs to be.
Well, and really when that shift happened, I think it probably happened when we were on like our first vacation away and we came back and everything had just literally like blown up.
That was too vague. I feel like that was not accurate enough, because they were bringing
you,
up some.
you give them the details. You tell them.
We had hopped in the van that we hand painted,
I remember this
the Chevy
van.
Astro van.
It's our calling card.
So we're in
Yeah.
the van, and I called it my mobile office. So Aunt Nancy's like, "What are you doing?" I go, I got a sales lead just came in. I'm gonna hop on my singular cell phone that's missing the 9.
Yeah.
It's on the
The
wall
9
right now.
dialer.
The $9. So I'd hop on that phone and I would cold call at people, and I'd basically set an appointment. I'd book something, take a credit card
This
over
is
the
out
phone.
of Houston over Thanksgiving break. you
Yeah.
know.
Well, and I'd go back out. I'd go, hey guys, how's it going? Everybody doing good? Yeah. Well, hey, we're gonna have Thanksgiving dinner here in a few minutes. That's great. I'm so excited. Well, wait a minute. The phone's ringing. Let me go sell something.
Sure.
I'd go back out to that van, and I'm not kidding. I would go out to that van at least every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I remember I go upstairs talking to Uncle Clint, And Uncle Clint says, hey, when are you going to really grow the business? And I go, man, I got like 12 weddings every weekend. And do you realize how complicated it is? I'm talking about the father of the bride. He's not even there, but he has to pay. The mother of the bride, she acts like it's her wedding. The daughter, there's a whole psychological warfare. You can't scale that.
Yeah.
So I run back downstairs. I tell Vanessa, crazy Uncle Clint's, talking about, sales. And he doesn't even understand. I'm like the boss of weddings. I'm doing 12 weddings a weekend.
Yeah.
And Vanessa's like, he's built $1 million business before, a couple times actually. And I'm going, what? So I'm like, oh, frick. So I go back upstairs. I go back up there. I'm like, so Clint? And he's like, yes. I'm like, he was super kind about it. But I was like, hey, awesome. here's the deal. I want you to teach me how to build a scalable system, how to build a repeatable system, and the paradigm shift. And he begins to talk to me about things, and on each thing he taught me, I said, yeah, but my business is different.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm
special.
like, but the thing is that he wasn't being paid to teach me.
Right.
So he was like, okay, fine. If you have it all figured out, then just go back downstairs and keep working out of that van.
Sure.
And I'm just like, whatever, Clint. And then I would go back and forth at least 2 or 3 times because I was the Darth Vader of sales.
Sure.
So if you're listening right now and you are the Darth Vader of sales, if you're going, you are awesome. You're going, listen, nobody can sell home remodeling more than me, because I walk into my freaking office and I go in there and my phone rings. Thank you for calling such and such. Yeah, this is Darth Vader. Booked it. Pass me the phone. Pass me the phone. Pass me the phone. That's what you're doing. That's kind of exciting for you. And you might even get to be like the Broken Arrow Boom Boom of the year, or the Tulsa Bang and Bang Bang of the year, or you can get your name on some papers, you can win some awards, you can do that. But what's going to happen is you're not going to have time freedom and financial freedom, which this just in, you're going to need to create time and financial freedom. Otherwise, what is the point of the business? The point of a business is to serve you. The point of the business is to serve you.
The beauty of Darth Vader, because I have to go back to it.
Beauty.
I know you love.
I love him. So is that he wasn't always Darth Vader, right? He started off on the good side, but he has all these powers. And then with a good heart, he turned to the bad side, went way bad. But what happens at the end? He comes back around to the good side, but he still has all those powers. All I'm saying is, for your business, if you're the Darth Vader and you're having to do all the accounting, all the sales, all the maintenance on whatever, the delivery of the product, you have the skills. Now you've just got to build the system and put it in place, use the powers you have to be able to mass produce it by delegating those skills out.
Do you know, I was just explaining to a Thriver today why the elephant in the room does not shine shoes. Do you know why that is?
I do know why that is, because I remember we tried it in the beginning.
And the thing is, it's possible, but it's not as easily scalable. People are graduating every day from school. From hair school, they're graduating every day with that skill, and we have to hire them and teach them the elephant in the room way, but there's thousands of them.
Yeah.
Whereas the shoe game is kind of a lost art.
Yeah, that's old school.
There's few and far between, and then what they kind of want to be their own entity, right? We wanted someone directly under us that you can control.
And we could scale it, but the thing is, it was the lowest hanging fruit that gave us time freedom and financial freedom was scaling the experience. And I'm telling you what, when you mess up somebody's $150 pairs of shoes, that's not a good thing. So we could scale it. I'm telling you, and we might come back to it. But right now we felt like opening up more locations and being fully booked out every second of the day was more important for us to achieve our goals, which are the 3 Ps. One, we want to make a great profit. 2, we want to make a product that Tulsa loves. And 3, we want to work with great people. And so, Thrivers, when we come back, we're going to get into the specifics of how to build a repeatable and easily scalable sales system. Thrivetimeshow.com. Thrivetimeshow.com.
This show is brought to you by Adobe Creative Cloud. If you're a photographer, graphic designer, video editor, podcaster, business owner, or just creative genius, this is for you. All of your creative tools all in one place. Creative Cloud includes the entire collection of creative apps for desktop, from favorites like Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator to new tools like Adobe Experience Design. Check this out. You can create podcasts seamlessly in high quality with Adobe Audition. Did you miss the exposure or looking to create a stunning and beautiful photo? You gotta download Lightroom. Okay. The latest release of Adobe Creative Cloud is here with incredible new features in Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and all of your favorite apps, plus millions of Adobe stock assets and new premium images are built right in. So you can turn your brightest ideas into your best work fast. Make sure that you check out Adobe Creative Cloud. It's at adobe.com. Once again, Adobe Creative Cloud at adobe.com.
Live, local, now. You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
It's the Thrivetime Show, and you are wherever you are because you've decided to tune in today. You're maybe you're in your car. Maybe you said, I'm going to go out to my car so I can listen to the show. Maybe you're in a closet right now. Maybe you're in I don't know where you are, but you're going, I'm just wanting to listen to my daily show. This is my daily mojo. This is my daily show. This is where I learn how to grow my business. Because many of you out there listening, you want to start or grow a business. And in fact, according to Forbes, 57% of you want to do this. And so this is the business school without the BS, and today we're talking about a subject which I am white hot passionate about because it's going to create time and financial freedom for you. It's learn how to build a simple system to effectively and consistently generate sales. Now, Shark, I'm going to ask you, Miss Sharita Bent, I'm going to ask you this. We help customers and coaching clients build simple sales systems. You see it every day.
Yes.
They come in with like this very complicated system.
Yes.
And it's usually in their head.
Yep.
And they're like, well, basically what I do is I call, I try to call between 10 and 2. You're like, okay, so between 10 and 2. Well, except for on certain days, I do call around 1 typically. Now, I will say this. And you go, what did you say? Well, typically something like this. And you're going, so you want us to say this. Well, it changes from time to time.
Sure.
And then they're like, what email do you send? Well, I like to log in from my Yahoo. You send an email from my Yahoo? Yeah, but it's actually, it's my Yahoo, but it sends out as my domain. And but you'll need to use my passwords. And so you're like, what are your passwords? Oh, my wife knows it. So can we call your wife? No, we're divorced. Oh, okay. So your ex-wife. Well, actually, technically, we're getting back together. And you're going, whoa, I'm just trying to make calls. Right?
Yeah.
Well, can you sync to my calendar? Well, I would like to sync to. I have 4 different calendars I use, basically. You know
It's all
what
in
I'm
my
saying.
head. It's all in my head.
So talk to me about the process that you go through with a client. How do you help them simplify? What are some of the problems you run into? And how do you help them simplify, let's say, something like a sales script?
Sure. Well, our whole team just works collectively with Clay, and you've taught us all of these things. We just really find out, okay, what is the deliverable here? What are you offering? What are your benefits? We just boil it down so simply, and then we just get our team, and we call their sales leads, and we just follow a system. I mean, I don't know how to say it's so simple. It almost sounds silly, but we have a very simplistic script. We focus just on the needs and the benefits, and it's not like rocket science, even though I think most people feel like it is.
Yeah.
And maybe because they don't know, maybe no one's taught them,
Well, what I think is interesting is earlier Clay was saying there's so many people who go and want to start a business of their own. And I think what's interesting is I think a lot of people actually do try to start their own businesses. But if we were to look at it from, our experience, they kind of halfway do it. Maybe they start a website. They have some business cards made.
Sure.
They might make a couple of calls here and there, but they don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
They just don't know the steps to take. And that's the beauty of the program that Clay's developed here at Thrive 15 is y'all hold their hands through the whole process, right?
Yeah,
and people don't know what the next step is.
Sure.
So I'm going to walk you through the sales script. I'm going to walk you through this how we do it, Thrivers. This is the specifics, okay? This is the five parts. It's the art of the 5 parts. Work with me here. Step number 1, you got to write out 5 rapport building questions. Whether you're getting an inbound call or an outbound call, you got to write out 5 rapport building questions that you ask every time, such as, boop, 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 boop. Thank you for calling such and such dentistry. How can I help you? That's question number 1.
Yeah.
2, so how'd you hear about us? Boom. 3, in case we get disconnected, what's your name? What's your phone number? That's 4. And then you just go into it.
Yeah.
And then the next part is needs. You got to find someone's needs. So they always say, how much do you guys charge for? If you own a business, I don't care where you work at. This is what happens. You have a job. You're working at Victoria's Secret right now. You're working at Express. Okay, you're listening. You work at Victoria's Secret. You're trying to listen to the show, and in the background, it's like.
It's a party. Yeah.
It's a party. But the phone rings. Thank you for calling Victoria's Secret. And they go, yeah, I just want to know where are you guys located. That's the question you get. Or how much do you guys charge for? And it's just the same thing.
Yeah.
So you got to turn that into a lead conversation.
Yeah.
So you say, so how did you hear about us? And what was your name? in case we get disconnected, what about, have you heard about, and you just have to have a system.
Sure.
So rapport, 5 rapport building questions.
So you're saying it is the same every time,
Every time.
regardless who you're talking to.
Every industry, it's the same. No,
It's really that simple. It's the same every time. I get another phone call and I do the same thing.
yes.
But here's the thing. I think a lot of times business owners are so enmeshed in their business.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's something about when they sit down with us in the team where you are looking at it from an aerial view because you're so involved in everything every day, so many things coming at you. It's really tough sometimes.
I call this
for the individual.
the voicemail epiphany. You ever left somebody a voicemail and you think you have a great voice?
This
and then you leave that voicemail and you play. It says you have one of those voicemails where you get to play it back. Have you ever had that happen where they say, "Here's the voicemail you just left," and it's like it sounds crazy.
Sound like a donkey. Yeah.
and then it says press 3 to re-record or hit star to send.
Yes,
So you're like 3, boop, and you do it again. Hey Carl, what's up? This is Clay. I wanted to let you know that basically, and then you'll hear it again, and I'm like, redo, hit 3, boop, and you just keep doing. Finally, you're like, forget it. I'll just send him a text.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the voicemail epiphany, or it's the video camera epiphany.
Yes.
Yeah.
You think you're hot stuff. You're watching a
Yes.
Christmas video, and you're
Yes.
going, oh no,
Yes.
this is what I've become. That's what happened to Darth Vader. He thought he was just putting on a helmet, carrying around a lightsaber. Next thing you know, he's Darth Vader. It's always, it's a slippery slope.
He just thought it was a helmet.
Yeah,
I
you
love
just
that.
put this helmet on.
Just put a
Just
helmet
take
on.
the oath of evil. No big deal. Okay, but no, seriously. So you want to, step 1, you want to go ahead and script out your 5 rapport building questions. Step 2, you want to script out your 5 needs questions. Your needs are designed to create a dissatisfaction gap between where the buyer is and where they want to be. You want to find their true needs,
Yeah.
okay? So if you were a home builder, you'd say, so let me ask you, if price, because the customer always says, they always start off the call with, how much do you guys charge? So you will put into your needs portion of your script.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, assuming every builder charged the same price, what are you looking for out of your new home?
Sure.
I think this is a really good point because sometimes I'll get sales calls and I feel like people aren't even asking or considering what I need, but they're
Sure.
just trying to go into
Push,
sales.
push,
and I think that some business owners might be in that same boat until they sit down and really think what he's saying. It's so simple, but it works every time.
Well-
You're saying do the system with everyone. You can't just call someone and start selling
Now,
them.
for the sake of time, I just want to make sure everyone gets the 5 points here,
Yeah.
okay? And at the workshop, we have a 2-day
Yes.
workshop on January 20th and 21st. Now, here's the thing about our workshops. They're not big, let's bounce a beach ball around, let's get motivated, crank up the bass, walk on hot coals. No, it's more of a specific, this is how you do it. You can ask questions.
Yes.
It's 15 hours over 2 days, no upsells, and because of our scholarship program, everybody can afford to do it. But at this workshop, okay, we're going to get into rapport. You script out the 5 questions for rapport. The second part is you script out your 5 questions for your needs-based questions. The third, you want to script at least 3 benefits supported by a fact. Now, benefits are how do you solve their problem, and you're supporting it with a fact. You can't just make claims, okay? And then the fourth is you want to go for the close or the call to action. You basically want to always set an appointment. And so you want to have 5 questions scripted out for that. And part number 5 is you want to isolate the objections. Isolate their objections because there's predictable FAQs they will ask. It makes sense to go ahead and write those down. That way you can hire a new person and they can answer questions about the cornea or the pupil or the retina or the various aspects of the human eyeball that we get asked all the time at Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates. People call all the time wanting to know about their haircuts at Elephant in the Room. And the thing is, you want to hire somebody and you want to build a system so tight that they can learn the entire system within 15 hours. You hire a new person and they can learn your sales system within 15 hours or less. So if you're listening now, what I want you to do is I want you to, 1, go to Oklahoma Joe's. Seriously, just get serious about your life. Take your life, your quality of life to the next level. Go to Oklahoma Joe's.
Yeah.
But second, get on over there to thrivetimeshow.com. thrivetimeshow.com and sign up for the workshop. Give it all you got. Sign up for it. We'll meet you halfway. We have a scholarship program, and you'll learn the specific details. Stay tuned. thrivetimeshow.com.
Are you a business owner? You need to ask yourself right now, how are you backing up your files and important documents? Most businesses have no system for the files in their business. If this is you, you got to use Dropbox. At least sign up for one of their 30-day free trials. Real talk, it's the secure file sharing and storage solution that employees and IT administrators trust. You get as much space as needed at no additional cost. You get unlimited file recovery and versioning, basically creating new versions, and valuable admin controls for secure sharing and collaboration with Dropbox for Business. You got to check this out. After using Dropbox, you'll definitely feel more secure knowing that a virus or power surge can't ruin your computer and your entire business. Try full access to Dropbox Business for 30 days. Head over to Dropbox.com to get started. Again, Dropbox.com to get started.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Hello, Thrive Nation, and welcome back to the conversation. We're teaching you specifically today how to build a repeatable and simple sales system. Because I repeat, the goal of a business is to serve you. If you're going to put all the time into building a business, the whole point is so you can create time freedom and financial freedom. And there's so many people out there who don't get this concept because they feel like if I build a simple system, if I build a repeatable system, maybe I'm not being a good boss. Maybe I'm not connecting with my customers enough. And so they fight against it. Or they think, well, my industry is so unique. My industry is so different. There's no way I could possibly build a sales script for what I do. And so I will just tell you, or some people say, this is another pushback. They say, well, I focus more on quality than quantity. And if the quality and quantity discussion were true, if that form of logic were true, then the bigger that Southwest Airlines gets, the more crashes they would have. The more customers that pump their gas at QT, the more explosions at the pump would happen. The more chicken that Chick-fil-A serves, the more burnt chicken would be served. No, but the thing is, to build a scalable system, it has to get tighter and tighter and tighter. So this weekend, I actually wrote a book called Boom that is the specific, like, really detailed handbooks. We have so many Thrivers, thousands of people all over the world are like, hey, I just bought Start Here. I read that thing. And I need a handbook that I can like keep in my purse or my man bag or my car that's a little bit easier to refer to. And so, but again, as Thrive continues to grow, we have to get better and better and better. And you have to get better and better and better in your business. And Sharita, you're going to go ahead and get into some of the things that we're going to, when we're talking about building a repeatable sales system, there are some things, some specific things you have to have in place.
Sure. And I think when we were talking on break, we were saying for most people to know, even though it's simple, if you don't know it, there's no shame in asking someone, let them help you. Like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can help you develop these tight systems.
And even though it's simple, it's not common sense. You wouldn't just know.
Sure. And Clay has like 20 years of experience studying these things, reading these things. Z has.
And had to learn the hard way.
And I don't even know if our system's working. First. I mean, I just sold something else right now. I'm looking at the computer here. We elephant in the room. We just sold something else.
Yes.
Dr. Robert Zellner check this out. At Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, his business has been in Tulsa for 25 years, and we have a Thriver who flew down to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Had a wonderful time to meet the man. He's also an optometrist from way up north, almost to Canada.
Wow.
Talking to this guy, and Dr. Z's business sees more patients in a half day, so in 4 hours, than he sees in a week.
Wow.
He sees more in a day than the guy sees in a month. And so people, though, they go, how is that possible?
Right.
You know, and so I'm just telling you, Thrivers,
blown.
His systems are super detailed. It's awesome.
Yes.
But Sharita,
yes,
back to you.
We can help you. And so if you come to the conference, and we want you to come, you will learn so many things. And so, Clay, I just wanted to go through some of these downloadables. I know an inbound call script is one thing that
you have to have an inbound call script, Thrivers. And we have templates for you that we're going to give you at the workshop, but you've got to have them. You've got to have an inbound call script because your phone's going to ring. And when it does, if you're the one who always answers it, you don't own a business. You own a job. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to save somebody here. I'm trying to help somebody get some time freedom. I'm trying to help somebody because I'm telling you what, if you answer the phone every time it rings, this inbound sales script is the answer to your prayers. It could save you all of your time and still make you copious amounts of money in the new year. Okay.
Well, I just want to clarify. Are you saying they're actually going to get a template of a written call script at the conference? You're giving them
the same ones that Dr. Z and I use in our businesses, and you're going, well, what if I'm an optometrist?
Doesn't matter.
Well, check it out, homie.
This is huge.
I'm going to go there with the optometrist listening. We'll still beat you, but we'll give you the template. All right, back to you.
Yes. And what about outbound call scripts?
Well, when you call out, that's like if you're a doctor's office, I'll focus on that for a second. We have to call patients back. We have to reschedule them. We have to call people that may be registered at a trade show.
Sure.
In the wedding industry, every bride that registers at the TulsaWeddingShow.com, the TulsaWeddingShow.com. My businesses back in the day, Epic Photos and Party Perfect, which is now Party Pro, and DJ Connection.
Juliet Films.
You've heard the commercials. Plan your day in our day at the Tulsa Wedding Show. And then we would call you. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, is this Vanessa?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hey, this is Clay Clark with DJ Connection. I saw that you were looking for a DJ. Are you still looking for a DJ?
I guess so. I mean, I'm trying to get my dress right now and all that kind of stuff.
What day are you getting married?
Oh, May 6th.
May 6th. And what venue have you selected?
Well, we're going to go ahead and do, it was Tarp Chapel. I think they changed their name.
Tarp Chapel is great. The Glass Chapel?
Yes, that's
How many people are you having there?
150.
So you're kind of a big deal.
Well, yeah, we're like super excited and just trying to line everything up. But I'm just focused on my dress right now. And it's kind of early to worry about the DJ, right?
Time out. See, that was my script.
Yes, and you stay focused on it.
Over and over, man. I'm just on it. I got the blinders on. Sharita, back to you.
Will you explain to people what can happen if you don't have an inbound or outbound? Because maybe they don't know.
You're going to build a successful company, and you're going to win some awards. Your local chamber is going to go, hey, you're the man, you're the boom boom of the year, you're the woman, you're the bang bang of the year. People at church are going to go, hey, I like what you're doing. I like those purses you're making. People who you know you from college are going to go, hey, I want to book you to install my kitchen or to remodel my house. And you're going to feel pretty good. They're going to say, hey, I heard you're the best. They're going to start booking up your schedule. Now you're traveling around. You're feeling like a big deal. You're hopping on a plane. People say, where are you going? On a business trip. Oh, wow. You must be successful. Next Christmas, you're going to be your family's going to be gathered around the tree singing, songs, and maybe they're going to be hanging out. Yeah, they're going to be having a good time opening up their stockings and stuff. And you're going to be out there in your truck making outbound calls and inbound calls. We got to help you here. That's all we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, this next one, pre-written post-sales call email.
I worked on that today. We have many stations all around this fine planet that are wanting to pick up the Thrivetime show. And Sam says, hey, what's the email, that we're going to send him with the sample audio.
Yeah.
And so I'm building that system right now. And I did not have that for Sam. So Sam had to ask me a question because Sam's a smart guy.
Yeah.
And so he says, what do you want me to send him? So I've had to make that. And then when I finish it, but it's not his fault. He needs to know. He wants to do a good job. I want him to do a good job. But every time that I don't have a system, the same question gets asked. And you go, I thought you were God's gift to business. I thought you said you were awesome. Shouldn't you have your own email by now? Well, the thing is, every day there's a new scenario. Mm-hmm. And then I go, oops, that's my bad. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and make a system. I'll have it to you in the morning. And so I did it over and over and over. And the idea is to answer a question one time, and that way you don't have to answer the question over and over again.
I just think this is so huge because back in the day, I know you tried to meet with Chet Cadjo. Yeah. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly.
Chet Cadjo.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you of course got a lot from that meeting, but you didn't have access to their systems. He gave you a fantastic book to read that gave you a lot of insight to making systems. But the fact that we are providing the systems for people to look at, it's going to change their businesses.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, Chet, he directed me towards the book that's on Sharita's desk right now if you're on Facebook Live.
You were pointing
I was like freezing. I don't know what to do.
Can you pull up that book real quick?
Can
you pass that down?
Yes.
Let me show. Yes. This is the book that Mr. Chet Cadjo, he's the head of Quick Trip. By the way, Quick Trip, if you're listening right now and you love Quick Trip, please do me a favor. We're going to take the 1170 challenge right now. Please go up to the clerk and say, Thrivetime Show has been bragging on you guys. We love you. Let me give you a hug. Come on, give the cashiers a hug. Give them a hug. These people worked on Christmas.
Oh, love
and they changed our business. When you met with him and you read that book, and I'm saying, so you giving people these templates is going to change their businesses because it's an outline of how to do it.
I had to read this crazy Harvard case study and turn it into systems. I'm on Facebook Live. I'm flipping through the book right now, and it took me forever to do it. And I'm going, what does this diagram mean? How does this apply to my business? But Thrivers, we're going to help you break it down. We're giving you the actual templates at our two-day in-person workshop here. Go to thrivetimeshow.com to get those tickets. thrivetimeshow.com.
For the professional-looking man out there, this is for you. Are you tired of waiting for hours in disorganized barbershops around town? Are you maybe looking for an upscale haircut experience instead of being treated like a little kid? If either of these thoughts crossed your mind, then Elephant in the Room Men's Grooming Lounge is for you. The Elephant in the Room Men's Grooming Lounge is proud to offer a variety of packages and memberships for discerning men and regular customers who wish to maintain their tailored look while receiving discounts off of services and products. They're going to bring you in, they'll offer you a beverage, identify your style that you're going for, get you a tailored haircut from one of the professional stylists, wash your hair, and then style it afterwards so you could even go back to work. The experience is awesome. They even do cool things for members like a free nape shave on Mondays or a peppermint oil scalp massage on Tuesday. Check out one of the locations near you and book an appointment. You can check them out at eitrlounge.com or just dial 918-877-2219. Seriously, you're going to love it. 918-877-2219 or visit eitrlounge.com to book an appointment today.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
It is Wednesday. It is hump day. And a great day to get on over to Oklahoma Joe's. I'm telling you what, if you're looking for something to eat this afternoon, if you're going, I'm not eating it all in the new year. That's a resolution I made. I'm going to just not eat it all this year. That's fine. That's cool. I get you. But I'm telling you this, everybody needs a cheat month. Like a cheat month where you just, so get on over to Oklahoma Joe's. Go ahead and pre-book. Just go ahead and order that barbecue. Get that going. But we have two locations. Well, actually, there's 3 locations of Oklahoma Joe's. But there's 2 that are open basically every single day. But you got to go to Oklahoma Joe's. If you're out in Broken Arrow, they have one for you. If you're out in Tulsa, they have one for you. Oklahoma Joe's. And the baked beans, the barbecue, it's a game changer. Head on over there. Today we're talking about how to build a repeatable sales system, how to build a simple, repeatable sales system. And why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Well, I'm going to give you a little notable quotable from the book Scale. And if you're just joining the conversation, this is what the book's Scale says. Now, Scale was written by Hoffman, who started Priceline.com. Okay, sort of a big company. You know, William Shatner, Priceline.com.
Yes.
Jim. Okay, he says this. He says, remember the finish line is not just to be profitable. The real finish line is to build a truly scalable business that creates massive value in the marketplace without needing you to be there every day to run it. So that's the whole point. And so I have a song queued up here because, Vanessa, we have 5 kids.
True.
And so the other night, my incredible wife's on the show today, Mrs. Vanessa Clark.
Yeah.
And we have Mrs. Sharita Bent. And she's kind of like my wife's life coach.
Yeah. We're attached at the hip.
Yeah.
They've been friends for 18 years
Long
here.
time. Yeah.
And Sharita, by the way, made some incredible Jamaican jerk chicken the other night. Just blew my
did.
mind.
And the coconut curry, what was it? The coconut rice?
Yes,
so
coconut
good.
rice.
the coconut rice was nice.
Good times. We had a rum punch too.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
the whole
I still have that rum punch.
the whole deal. I mean, that whole reggae vibe is just still still working here in the box that rocks. But the other day, my wife and I said, babe, let's watch Father of the Bride with the kids. Okay. Now you're going, what are you talking about? How does this relate to this? See, a lot of business owners back in the day, if this would have been back in 2007, I would not have been able to watch this movie.
True.
The Father of the Bride. Remember this? So I'm sitting there on a weeknight watching The Father of the Bride with my 4 daughters and my son, crying like a baby, by the way.
True.
Just ridiculous. I had to go get my stuff together in the car
You
after
had to
that.
leave.
I had to leave. Vanessa's crying.
I
We're all
love
crying.
that.
But the thing is, Thrivers, is that I couldn't have done that back in the day because it's not about the financial freedom, it's the time freedom.
Yeah.
When you build a business, if you don't build a business that serves you, you become a slave to your business.
Sir, why couldn't you watch it back in the day? What was going on?
Because I did every meeting. I did
Yeah.
every sales meeting. So every bride and groom that wanted to book a DJ Connection wedding,
Yeah.
I met you.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, you did the sales call.
Yeah.
You did the booking meeting.
Yeah.
Most times, I mean, whenever they could get you, you DJ'd the show.
Yeah.
And, you can't be 2 places at once, but all the shows you could, you would DJ. You
Fixed all the speakers.
Yep, I met everyone while you were gone. Then when you got back, you met everyone until 4 a.m. or however long until they came back.
It was awesome.
You maintained all the equipment.
Oh, yeah.
You did the accounting.
Yep.
We did taxes together at the end of the year.
You were doing everything.
Everything.
It was awesome. Hence my nickname, Claytron. It was-
Claytron.
Yes.
I talked to a lady, though, that I met back in the day when I used to meet brides and grooms. I just talked to her today. So if you're listening right now and you know Dr. April Lai,
Hey, April.
send her a text. Say, hey, Tulsa loves you. She's
Hey, girl.
a dentist for young kids.
Nice.
And I talked to her today there, and she remembers back in the day I met everybody at Panera Bread.
Yes.
I'd walk in there, and Fareed Hussein, if you're listening, Fareed, come on now, Fareed. Big shout out to you. I'd walk in, and he'd hop on that Panera Bread mic they used to call out your order. He'd go,
Nice.
ladies and gentlemen, DJ Clay. And I'd walk in, and I would be meeting with brides never ending,
All day.
every day, from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. every
we
day.
met with you there.
Oh, really?
No, it's
for our
in his
wedding.
mobile
Yeah.
office. At
Yes.
the time, we always told everyone, we're working on getting our office built out. So in the meantime, we're meeting here.
Yes, yes.
I got a 7-year
Super
build
mood.
out.
Yeah, there was no plans for a
Biblical
build
build
out
out.
at that time.
All right. Now, Sharita, we're going to teach people specifically. We're going to get into the moves. These are the things you have to have in place
Yes.
to build a repeatable sales system. Let's go on to the next one.
Yes, the next one is pre-written directions to your office.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Okay, I got started. Here's the deal. So many times we're giving people directions to our office.
Yes.
And we do just stupid things. We don't realize that
Yes.
we're busy entrepreneurs.
I have one on this.
But I'll go, hey,
I have one.
Sharita,
Yes. Uh-huh.
you know where we're located, right? We're by the big
No.
yellow cup out here in Chinks by the
No.
river.
No, where's the cup?
It's
No.
just north there. Instead of just making a pre-written
Sure,
email
sure.
or having a descriptive narrative that
Yes.
makes sense, I'm
Yeah.
going down there by that tree.
Yes.
That's not where we are.
Yeah.
And
We're-
taking so much time to do this,
Yeah.
too.
And every one of your employees is giving a different
Sure.
description. You said you have a hot button here?
I have one on this because I was trying to get directions somewhere. I needed to make a payment.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to zoom in and do it. Where are you located? I get this rigmarole. You're going to, literally, this is a quote. You're going to go on this curve and there's going to be a dip in the road. No, I swear, I promise. I told my husband, I'm like, a curve? How many curves are there in the world?
It's a great landmark. It's a great landmark.
There's going to be a little dip in the road. And they're going on and on.
And that's how you know you're headed the right way.
I said, can I just please have your address and I will put it into MapQuest? Because I was getting directions like that.
yeah.
And this is what happens is you get in your car and you're trying to be positive. Like, where is this? Is it over here?
Yes.
And what's happening is gradually you're getting more intense.
Yes.
The heat, you're starting to
Yes.
get more intensity. You're going,
Yes.
and this is what I did with my wife. Back before we
I can't believe we're still married.
Our
We made
marriage-
it before
Oh,
GPS.
gosh. We're driving around that big old loop in Dallas, and she's like,
Every time
baby,
Lost
do you
in
want to
Dallas
pull over?
going to DJ shows.
Do you want to pull over,
Every
baby?
show.
And I'm going, no, I know it's right over. Don't talk to me. If you wouldn't have talked to me, I would have known. It's just we're gonna. And then I get on the
So
phone.
good.
They're going, head south. I'm going, vroom, vroom, head
You're
south.
getting madder and madder.
And Vanessa's going, there's a car coming. Vroom, zoom. And so I'm almost. And the thing is, we're frustrating our customers. And you talk about the emotional state when someone
Yes.
finally makes it to your elusive office.
I was mad.
They want to kill you.
I was mad because I was driving.
It's like, Mrs. Ben, how are you? I tell you how I am doing. I am gonna,
Yes. I thought about canceling my service. I really did by
Yeah.
the time I got there to pay because I just thought this is an imbecile.
Yeah, the emotional intelligence of us as consumers and as business owners, we get pretty worked up pretty quick. We like to think we don't, but we're just being,
We do.
we're shooting some real talk here. Now, Sharita, let's move on to the next move you have to have.
The next one, you have to have pre-written online review request email.
Oh, come on, let's talk about it. Somebody
Yeah.
get out your computer, and go ahead and type this in for me. Type in elephant in the room. Okay, elephant in the room, Tulsa. Elephant in the room, Tulsa. And it's okay. I'll wait. I've got some time here.
Got all day.
I'll just kind of go ahead. Okay, fine. You've done it. Here's the thing: is what you do. I hope you didn't do that in your car, by the way, because I guess it's illegal now to do that in your car.
Yeah, we're not encouraging that.
Yeah, don't do that. Anyway, so the thing is that if you look there, you'll see us. We come up top in Google, and we have a ton of reviews. And people say, "How do you do that? Do you pay people for your reviews?" Because I don't have any reviews. And I know you pay your people for reviews. No, we don't. What we do is we make sure that we ask customers consistently.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
And because we care, we've written a pre-written email, which, by the way, we're going to share with you at the event.
Yes.
And we're going to teach it to you. And when you have this system, you send that email out to your customers, and about a fifth of them, maybe 20% of them,
Sure.
will write a review, thus making you higher in Google. And by the way, most people read reviews before deciding to buy
I
from
do.
somebody.
I do.
So, Vanessa, that's a move. That's a big thing.
Yeah,
getting
and I
reviews.
would not think that's very. I would not think to do that if I was
Yeah.
a business owner, and
Sure.
it makes huge difference, doesn't it, in people finding your business and making a decision to use your service.
I'm going to get weird for a second.
Get weird.
Okay, have you ever been to if you're a lady listening right now, but some of you guys actually care about how you look, but very rare. But you're a lady, you're listening, you're like, I'm gonna find a cosmetic surgeon, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, and they're gonna have cosmetic surgery done. The idea is to be subtle. You don't want to necessarily tell people. You want them to see you and go,
Unless you're going for that look of
Yeah.
just.
that
Some
look.
people do, yeah.
but typically when people, when they see you though, that you want them to go, did you change your hair? Or, you know, so the idea is you go online and you search for like Oklahoma City cosmetic surgery or St. Louis cosmetic surgery or whatever the town is. And then you're going to find a site and you're going to click on reviews. You're going to click on photos, video testimonials, whatever you can find that verifies that the doctor's legit before you even call them.
Yeah.
Because you're doing your quote unquote research, right? You said, I did my research, which is Google. So what happens is we literally tripled the size of a cosmetic surgeon's business this year by just doing that super move.
Yes.
That's one
Great.
super move. So that's like, I'm just telling you this, that right there is a game changer that we're going to teach you at the Thrive 15 workshops. And so a lot of people are starting to ask, they're going, okay, we've heard about the workshops, but give us the details. Where are these workshops? What's going on? Talk to me. I'm trying to write this down. Okay, so here's how you get started. You go to thrivetimeshow.com. Go to thrivetimeshow.com. And when you get there, there's a little button that says, want to attend the conference? You click that button. And then once you click the button, I'm doing it right now, so I'm kind of doing it with you here, Thrivers. When you click the button, you're going to learn about the world's best 2-day intensive business workshop. And you said, the world's best? No, trust me. I've spoken
Trust
at
him.
these. I've been all around the world. Vanessa's been with me. We've spoken for Chevron, Maytag, Hewlett-Packard, O'Reilly's, the big boys.
And the responses are always the same. It's the best they've ever seen. I tell you, this is what he's born to do and obviously passionate about. And you're going to teach people all of these exact practical steps. It's not a motivational seminar. That's not what this is.
And so what we did is we made a list of what they did well at some of these workshops. Like Maytag University does an awesome job teaching the Maytag owners how to be successful. UPS does a great job teaching their people how to be successful. But what happens is in the back of the room, there's always a guy trying to upsell you.
Yeah.
And he's always trying to push his super moves and his multi-million-dollar secret system and his 18-set DVD. Come on, who watches 18 DVDs? So anyway, Thrivers, we promise when you come out to the Thrive Time workshops, the Thrive15.com 2-day intensive workshops, there's no upselling. And because of some investment made by some very passionate Tulsa entrepreneurs, we've made it affordable. We have a scholarship program, so everybody can now afford it. Go to thrivetimeshow.com. That's thrivetimeshow.com.
Okay, managing your money has not been easier. Mint.com is the solution to ambiguous and blind money management. You can effortlessly create budgets that are easy to stick to or even use one that they make for you. Design budgets that are appropriate for now and put you in position to succeed in the future. Get notifications for weird account charges and receive personalized tips for eliminating fees and saving more money. Check your credit with a free credit score and explore what you can do to improve it to be able to purchase the things that you really want later. Link up the app on your phone, and money management on the go has never been easier. You can even link up your portfolio accounts so you can see your bank accounts and stock values side by side. Mint.com, you got to go check it out, and you can sign up for free. Again, that's mint.com, mint.com. Go sign up right now. It's definitely a game changer for money management.
Broadcasting from the center of the universe, featuring optometrist turned entrepreneur, Dr. Robert Zellner, and U.S. SBA Entrepreneur of the Year, Clay Clark. This is the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back. We're starting off the new year with a bang. Many of you have had a great start to your week, and you're going, listen, this is my year. I know that this is going to be my year that I actually turn those resolutions into some solutions. Now, see, some of you make these resolutions. You go, I want to make, $2,000 a week. I'm going to make $2,000 a week. I'm going to do it. And you said that last year. And you said, I'm going to make $2,000 a week. And you said that the year before. Pretty soon you're going, well, add inflation in there. I need to make $2,060 this year. But what happens is you can do it, though.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you this, and this is the part that's kind of offensive. Starting a business that is very successful, starting a successful business is very simple. It just requires diligence. It's very simple. It just requires diligence. So I'm gonna ask my wife to kind of share her feedback on this, because you've seen this happen.
Okay.
When I discovered what I needed to do to get to the top of Google,
Oh,
once I
yes.
figured that out, once I finally figured out what I needed to do, how many hours in the bathtub do you believe that I spent in a bathtub?
Bathtub is a magic place. Let me tell you.
How many hours in the love tub? I mean, honestly,
Love tub.
how many hours? Maybe how many hours a day did I spend
Yeah,
in
it
the
was a
tub?
daily thing. It was a daily thing. So first, I know that you went away and you read this magical Google book that opened your mind to, oh my gosh, I know the keys to the universe.
Yes.
And you said it's just going to be like an awful process, but I know how to get to the top of Google. And you know what?
And I'm
no
gonna
one
say
else
this-
would even do this if they knew how.
And I'm going to say this, what I did is I read almost a dozen books on the
Yes,
subject,
yes.
and I compiled them into a checklist, which is what I do well. I
Yeah.
boil
Yep.
it down and
Very
make it
good at
into
that.
actionable items.
Yep.
And so, but how many hours? If you had to
So
say how many
every
hours-
day, I would say you got up between 2 and 3 in the morning, and you personally wrote the articles for our companies.
Yes.
And you would do that until it was time to get ready for like the rest of your company. You know, for it wasn't DJ Connection at the time. That was back in the Yellow Page ads days. Maybe till about 6:30, and then you would do your normal prep for the day
So 4 hours a day in the bath
every day.
for like a year or two.
With the Dragon headset, yes.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
oh well, he did it
Was
back
this
in the day before he
Before that?
hand typed them on. Then it was a revelation.
Well,
Yes.
two things happened. Is one is I didn't know about I couldn't the transcription technology wasn't available yet.
Yes.
Didn't work that well, so I had to type. And then once I finally figured out once the Dragon people came up with the headset that allows you to transcribe text or the words you're saying into text, the jets on the tub.
Well, and your music, I would say you had a very sweet setup.
Yeah, I had music going. I had this whole thing. And I'm only saying this, drivers, because it's knowing what to do is half the battle, but you have to be diligent enough to do it. And what does the word diligence mean? If you look that up,
Go ahead.
diligence is the steady application of effort. And so you can get motivated, but you have to actually do it, Vanessa.
I just think people really need to know this setup. It's
Okay,
so important.
okay.
They're every day in the bath with the jets going, with the some sort of shelving that was laid across the bath that made it work so you could set your
I
computer.
called it my bathtub caddy.
Yes, and you actually went in the
I love it.
And I think we only lost
love
one
it.
computer to the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one fall in. But that's what happens. You're going to lose one.
And then the music in the background that helped you think. And
You
type.
lost recently one, too, and I couldn't say
That's
anything
right.
about it because I
lost
was
one
number
also.
two.
That's right. I'm glad you did first years ago.
Yeah.
That's our move now.
I love it. You only lost one. I love
Only
it.
lost one.
One casualty.
Yeah.
But then the music going in the ambiance, and then not only that, you would like swamp out the room, right?
Dagobah.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
a Dagobah swamp
running all
system.
these heaters, and I don't know, but it was a good sweet setup
It's
for
a
you. It worked out.
vibration. It's good vibe.
Now, here's the deal, Thrivers. We're teaching you about how to build a repeatable sales system. We're trying to teach you today specifically how to build a repeatable and simple sales system. And we're going through the checklist of the items that you need to have. Sharita, let's go to the next one.
Yes, the next one is you need a pre-written autoresponder email.
Check it out, Thrivers. I'm telling you what, there's two things in life that are guaranteed. I'll tell you that. Well, it's probably many more things, but there's two that I will harp on here. One is when you go to a wedding reception and you play Usher, yeah? The soccer moms, the kind of ladies that have those
Sharita
yoga
and I?
pants.
We'll be throwing
The
down.
yoga pants
Yes.
people, this is what they do.
Peace up, A-Town down.
Oh, yeah. And they all run to the dance floor at the wedding. They all run out there. Woo, yeah.
This is Shark song.
So as a DJ, that was the thing. If your party was at a lull, you just play Usher, yeah, and they're like, yeah. You just get, that's the deal. That's one thing we're guaranteed. The second is when a customer emails you looking for information,
Yeah.
they expect a response immediately with no thought about, do I expect a man to work 24 hours a day? Do I expect a woman to? And with no forgiveness that you don't work 24 hours a
Sure.
day.
Right.
And with so you've got to create an autoresponder for anytime you begin to mass scale something. So for you, some of you are listening right now, and you're going, well, how come you don't have an autoresponder when I signed up for the workshop? Because the workshops are a small, intimate setting where you
Yes.
can learn how to start and grow a business. And we like to offer you a lot of a customized interaction even before you book your ticket.
Sure.
Whereas for the elephant in the room and different businesses, those things have autoresponders in place because it's a personable service, but we're scheduling thousands of haircuts on a weekly basis. So it's a little bit different. But you got to have a pre-written email. And why do you as the owner have to write the pre-written email, Sharita? Why do you think that the owner themselves has to make each one of these systems and they can't delegate the creation? Don't get me started. Okay, I'm started. Why can they not delegate the creation of these systems? Why does the owner actually have to make the system themselves?
Well, I think for a lot of reasons, but the main ones being you have the vision, you have the company goals, you have the idea, you have all the information. And then also just for like the quality purpose, you know, you want to make sure it's spelled correctly. It clearly articulates what you're about. You want your heart and soul put into what you're doing and the truth about what you're doing.
One thing I did back in the day when I was an idiot, I was building DJ Connection and I wanted to fix the scripts, and I'd read this book about fixing the scripts. So I laid it out, and I remember talking to the guys, and I said, guys, we need to enhance the scripts. We need to simplify them.
Oh,
So I need you to get those scripts simplified, and then we'll go and get started.
Yeah.
And the crazy stuff they were saying on the phone, oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was not a good move. So you never want to delegate the creation of your systems, Thrivers. You don't want to do that unless you have a genius working for you,
Yeah.
and then you can do it.
Well, I have something about that too, and I always hear Clay say this. No one cares about your business as much as you do, right?
That's not very positive. It's not very positive at all.
So you might think this, you know, person can do the script, but no one is vested in that company like
And
you
even
are, right?
if they care, maybe they're just not
They just may not be
qualified
able
in that
to.
position. Yeah, exactly.
Sure, they might mean well, but
Nobody cared more about the song Careless Whisper than George Michael. I'll tell you that. I mean, every time he'd fire that up. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm sure that George Michael, you know, his whole deal was he owned that song. If you ever saw George Michael sing this live, he would just bring that intensity every single time. That was something that George Michael would consistently do. Now, we're moving on to the next one here, Thrivers. We're teaching you how to bring that energy, that intensity, that focus, but to what? I mean, you're energized, you're focused, you're ready to go, but what do you do? I mean, if you're trying to grow your business and build a repeatable system, how do you channel that focus? You say, I want to double my sales, but what do you do? Well, you have to build these systems. Shark, let's move on to the next system.
okay, the next one is you need an ongoing recorded call.
Oh, and Shark, when we record the calls,
Yes.
our team, we record our
We
calls for
do.
quality control. When we start working with another client, many clients will call us. There's plumbers, doctors, dentists, lawyers. They call and say, hey, could you guys help us build a sales system?
Yes.
And so we begin immediately recording the calls and analyzing them. What sort of crazy mess do you hear when you actually record a call?
We hear all sorts of things on both ends, really. Sometimes for our clients, it's really like enlightening and illuminating, like what's being said, you know, that they have no idea. You know?
I remember we had a doctor that we were helping with his calls, and the woman who was an inbound lead kept calling in many of the leads, but one in particular, she was calling in, and she was yelling at her kids and at the person on the phone throughout the call.
And now, more from the man who got kicked out of college for writing a parody about the school's president that was not endorsed by the school's president.
So the thing is, Thrivers, is that when we listen to the call, this is exactly, I'll tell you, this is how it sounded. The sales rep is on the phone, and you hear someone going, I don't know. Listen here. Put that down. Put Billy. Put that down. Put that down. Sorry, what were you saying about the services? Well, don't make me pull over. I won't pull over. And you're like, ma'am, are you okay? Are you in the car? Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Whoa. And then you're going, this person's in a minivan yelling at probably 6 to 25 kids. And so when the owner of the business heard the calls, he realized what she was dealing with every day, and he started to have some empathy going, okay, if you're talking to someone who's in a minivan yelling at kids half the time, then I recognize that I only expect you to set an appointment with one half of the inbound leads, where previously his expectations were very high. And it can work all different ways, but it's important you analyze those calls.
Well, and I have a quick story on it. I was making calls for an orthodontist.
And
I think that sometimes when you listen back to the calls, you realize that maybe some of the people might not be your ideal client either. So I booked this client, and immediately after, I started getting some selfies.
Some crazy selfies.
Sent to me. And I didn't even know what to do.
Well, Vanessa cranked up Careless Whisper, and Jesus started going,
Oh my God.
I don't know if this feels right or not. And so yeah.
But anyways, it ended up, she apologized profusely. I guess it was an accident, but I went on and kind of let us know, maybe this isn't the ideal and likely buyer we're going for.
Sure.
Yeah, so here's the lesson that can be learned here, Thrivers. If you're on the phone with a sales call and they queue up the red light special and they start sending you selfies, you just got to say, hey, you're not the right buyer for me. No, but seriously, let's move on to the next tool, the next system you got to have.
Yes, the last one that we talk about today is trade show tools. What does that even mean?
When you go to a trade show, there's a right way to do it
Sure.
and a wrong way to do it.
Sure.
And let me tell you something. Most people are doing it the wrong way.
Ugh.
So as the sensei of the right way. I'm going to teach you how to do it.
Like
So here we go.
Tell them,
Thunder.
what are some of the things that you're doing the wrong way? How would you know? if
Okay,
you're doing
you
it
go
the
to a
wrong
trade
way?
show. You'll see it at the Tulsa Wedding Show.
Yeah.
Plan your day in a day. Go to the TulsaWeddingShow.com. They have some great vendors, and like any trade show, you're going to have some trolls. So the troll, typically what they do is they sit down in the booth right away. So they're sitting down, and these are paper pushers. They push out brochures.
Okay.
So you're walking going, hey, I want to try some of your cake. How much is the cake? And the guy's going, you guys got any cake or what? You got some cake or what? So the groom's walking around emotionally detached from the entire thing, and the mom's walking around from booth to booth. The mom is very good. Oh my gosh, these cakes are exquisite. She's talking to the body wrap lady about, is there any way I can lose 62 pounds in like a week? So they're doing all that stuff. And then what happens is you're at the show, and you walk up to the vendor and you say, excuse me, do you have any information about pricing? And that vendor's asleep. They're laying behind the table.
Yeah.
They're passing out crazy brochures that are spelled wrong. Their design looks bad. The whole thing looks bad. There's a way to do it, and there's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way.
Yeah.
And when you learn the right way, we used to, consistently for the wedding photography business, sell between $40,000 and $60,000 of weddings at the show.
I remember that. And you would try to beat that record every year.
Say that again, because I want to make sure people heard that number accurately.
We would sell between $40,000 and $60,000 of wedding photography packages at the show. The most we ever did was like 80 something. Now for the DJ company, that was crazy. We would do like $100 and something thousand of sales at the show. And the guy next to us is going, I haven't sold anything at this show at all. This show isn't a good show. There's no good leads in here. And you're going, well, if you put your shirt on, that might help. I don't have a shirt. I came here. Where are my pants? There's just some things you can do at the show. There's a science to running an effective trade show. There's a way to do it, and there's a way not to do it. Now, Thrivers, because of the time, we don't have time to get into all the specifics and all the templates and all the proven systems right now, but I can tell you, at the Thrivetime Show, go to thrivetimeshow.com. Go to thrivetimeshow.com. Once you get there, you're going to see a little link. Click that to learn more about the conference, okay? Click it. And there you can sign up to join the world's best 2-day intensive business workshops, where we're going to give you the specific and practical training on how to grow your business. We're going to teach it's 15 hours over 2 days. And we're not bouncing beach balls. We're not walking on hot coals. Where is it? Where's it located? It's here at the beautiful Riverwalk in Jinx, America, on the left coast of the Arkansas River. If you go to YouTube and you type in thrive15.com world headquarters, you will see it's a real 20,000 square foot building. We're not office today in a bunker under some random hill in Sapulpa, Thrivers. Go to thrivetimeshow.com. Again, go to thrivetimeshow.com to learn more.
This show's episode is brought to you by mo-ost.com. If you have ever considered the World Wide Web as a viable strategy for your business, you gotta check out this tool. Online marketing is complicated, but Moz software makes it easy. Companies like 99 Designs, Otterbox, and Aaron's, they all use Moz because it works. Explore organic search keywords for your business, research Bing and Google search results for your targeted keywords, and link up Moz Local and Google My Business. Seriously, this tool is crazy powerful with the clarity it brings to online marketing for your business. Even if you're just curious, start a 30-day trial with Moz.com today. It's a game changer for your business. Moz.com, MOZ.com.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Hello, Thrivers, and welcome back inside the Thrive Nation, inside the box that rocks, inside the dojo of Mojo, located on the left show of the Arkansas River. Now you're going, sure, is there even water in that river? Okay, I fabricated that a little bit. I'm looking out the window right now. We have a heavy chance of sand with a little bit of extra sand coming in, but allegedly they're building a low water dam. Nice. They being a public-private partnership, me being 36, so when I'm 74, I expect it to be completed. I'm very excited about the low water dam that is coming. I hope that I'm alive to see the completion of a river with water in it.
Until then, it's Tatooine.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that? Yeah, you've seen Star Wars, the scene where they go to Tatooine, the Sand Nation. That's what it looks like sometimes. It is. But right now we have a little bit of water water in it though. But
in places, in certain places.
Certain places.
Ponds.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So here's the deal, Thrivers. We're talking today, though, about how to build a repeatable sales system. And many of you are turning in right now. You're just now kind of tuning into the conversation. You've been out running around town having lunch at Oklahoma Joe's or Oklahoma Joe's or such places as Oklahoma Joe's. And so, but the goal, check it out, Thrivers. I'm going to read this to you. The world doesn't pay you for the hours you put in. It pays you for the value you create.
Can you repeat that?
The world doesn't pay you for the hours you put in, but for the value you create. I have some more. One more. The goal of owning a business is not to be needed, but in fact the opposite, to build a business that doesn't need you. Oh, Vanessa, you want to unpack that?
Yeah, I think that is life-changing right there.
Oh.
Just because you put in all this work does not guarantee you success.
Yeah.
You need to make sure you're taking the right steps, not just any step, any action. How do you know if you haven't been down this road before?
Yeah.
So I know for us, we had to do a lot of trial and error and make a lot of mistakes, which I don't think is uncommon to people in small business. And that's what I love now is that we have this roadmap, and not only have we done it with one business, now we've been able to duplicate it and do it with all of our businesses. And that's what I think is so great about offering this workshop to people is it's the actual practical steps. And you aren't guaranteed work just because, or success just because you put in some hard work.
Yeah.
To go do the right steps.
Here's what I was going to say too. What I love about being a part of this company is that you have taken these systems.
Yep.
You've duplicated them over so many different businesses. I think between you and Z, it's like 20 businesses now that you guys all have.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wild.
But what's great is that now we can share these systems with so many different businesses. We work with spine surgeons. I have them all listed here. Bookkeepers, drone pilots.
Drone
dentists,
pilots?
Drone pilots.
Thomas,
Yes.
how you doing?
Yes. Hi,
Thomas, drone pilot in Dallas. What's up, buddy?
Yes.
Boom.
Dentists, general family doctors, photographers, fitness professionals, bakeries, hotels, videographers.
Do we work with any
event
petting
planners.
zoos right now?
That's the one.
I think
that's
Havana,
the
our
one.
daughter, is going to have.
Coming
She's
up.
probably going to say that
She's
hers
gonna
will be the only.
revolutionize.
Keep going here.
So event planners, real estate agents, insurance agents.
Time out. Bragging on one of the people we work with.
Yes.
Danielle Sprick with Sprick Realty.
Yes.
Her husband posted up on Facebook and tagged a whole bunch of the team members. Vanessa schedules all the photography and all the video, and we oversee kind of the graphic design and the marketing aspects of her company. But this lady, she did $24 million of real estate sales this past year.
Yeah.
And is she a genius? No. Is she a great lady? She's a great lady. She's a mom. You know, the thing is, she's not a better mom than you listening right now. She's not a better lady. She's not a genius. She's not. But what she is she's diligent. And she does what she said she's going to do, and she follows the systems. And I'm just telling you, when you follow the system, it just works over and over and over and over and over. I made you watch the highlight there on Sunday night of the Patriots game there, Shark.
Yes.
And we got Floyd, number 14, Floyd. He's setting crazy blocks during the Patriots football game versus the Dolphins.
Yes.
And they're like, who's Floyd? It's just randos. They always have these random dudes, and he catches a pass and does this crazy move, gets into the end zone, and every week they just win. And the names on the back of the jerseys change, but they just keep winning. And someone's saying, man, they keep deflating balls. That's true, maybe, but we keep winning.
System.
So yeah, it's part of the system. Now, we have a notable quotable that I want to unpack for the Thrive community here. Okay, this is a notable quotable. It says, people usually don't discover great products. Contrary to the famous saying, if you built a better mousetrap, the world will not beat a path to the door. You need to develop a way to cost efficiently attract leads, then convert some of them. This seems so basic, but hundreds of thousands of businesses start with no clear marketing funnel, and then they have to rely on luck or referrals to get customers in the door. That's from Forbes. So a lot of people, if you're listening right now and you built a product, or you have a restaurant you want to open, or a food truck you want to open up, or a cupcake business, or a hair salon, or a real estate business, or anything, you got to have a way to repeatably get butts in the door and to sell something.
And now, more from the Temple of Boom with your host, Captain Clay Tiberius Clark.
Oh, thank you so much. Now, drivers, check this out, though. Warren Buffett, though, goes on to say, Warren Buffett. Who's Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett, like Jimmy Buffett, like Margaritaville? No, Warren Buffett, like one of the world's wealthiest people. He says this, I try to buy stock in businesses that are so simple I try to buy stock in businesses that are so simple. I'm going to repeat it. I try to buy stock in businesses that are so wonderful and simple that an idiot could run them, because sooner or later, one will. So let's talk about those systems. You've got to build easy to replicate sales systems. You've got to do it. And if they're not repeatable, it's not a system. So Sharita, you're teaching young people how to do search engine optimization.
Yes.
You held a court today at the bar with the team.
I did.
Just so you don't think she's a morning alcoholic or something. We have a bar at the Thrive15.com world headquarters. So when you come to the events, we can serve beverages, that kind of thing.
Yes.
But you met with the bar. How many people were at the bar?
Oh, this morning I think there are about 10.
And you're meeting with the 10 people at the bar.
Yes.
And had any of those 10 people, including yourself, done search engine optimization work before they came to work here?
No, not a single one of us.
And
No.
you've taught them all.
Yeah, we've all learned the system.
And we've taught you.
Yes,
And we can teach other people.
definitely.
And it's repeatable.
It is.
And because it's repeatable, that means that I wasn't doing it.
In the bath.
Yes. In
He's
the
out of the
bathtub.
bath.
Now, here's the part about the I'm going to rip on myself here. The repeatable system requires somebody to make the system. And as we've had thousands of people join the Thrive15.com world headquarters platform, I have had to go, what is the biggest limiting factor? And I realized, it's me. No, I did it again. And then you got to build a new system, a better system. You always got to simplify. You always got to ask yourself, why do I have to do it? And whatever it is, you've got to build a system that can work without you.
I find it really interesting that these big business moguls, whether it be Steve Jobs or Warren Buffett, the one thing I think they have in common is at their heart, they are simple people.
True.
And so
Ooh.
what do? They break down these complex systems into the most simple.
That's a good revelation.
It really
isn't
is, because that's what they all have in common. So I think they have a way to look at complex things and make them simple. And they like simplicity because they're simple people. I'm not saying Bert is simple, but I'm saying
Oh.
that's what your
That's
gift
good.
is. He takes things and he has the same gift to break down to something
Well-
simple for people to understand and apply it.
So good.
Well, William Shakespeare said this. He said that brevity is the soul of wit. Steve Jobs said that simplicity is the ultimate simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Again, Steve Jobs said that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. It's really, really hard to make things simple. And I think some of you have a business model you've built where somebody has to like sit on a lily pad and really contemplate the meaning of life to figure out your workflow. You've got a 27-page checklist. You got to click over here and remember this. You got to speak Greek, because we always put in the Greek because it's easier to understand for me if it's in the Greek. Thrivetimeshow.com. Thrivetimeshow.com.
Right now, how are you taking credit card payments for your business? It's never been faster or easier to begin taking credit card payments for your business than with Square. You know the little white square that plugs into your phone's headphone jack? It's awesome. This payment app is great for businesses such as food trucks, beauty salons, and retail shops. The users receive a small portable card reader that they can attach to a phone or other mobile device to take fast and convenient payments. The way it works is that it subtracts 2.75% of every time a card is run, and it does it automatically. So if you sell a sandwich for $20, you'll see a net gain of $19.45 in your bank account the next day. If you enter the card by hand, it costs 3.5% plus 15 cents on top of that. They encrypt everything so you know you're secure. They make it super clear to start and even offer bonuses for sharing with friends. So you can learn more at squareup.com. It's free to download and works on all devices and operating systems. So make sure that you go visit squareup.com.
Live, local, now. You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to your Inspiration Superstation, where we teach you practical education. We teach you the stuff you need to know to make your business grow. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to tell you this right now. Some of you have a great product. Some of you are married to someone with a great product. You are married to somebody with a great product. And what happens is you are married to somebody. You know it. You know that you're going, they're sitting next to me. It's so weird. And they have a great product, right? So what you did is you bought that sign that you kind of, you chose to be located in the armpit of a shopping center. You know what I'm talking about. There's a
Got a
spot
deal.
up there's a shopping center off of Memorial where if you lease there, it's despair. Because you're going to be hidden and no one's going to find you. And then you've got a nasty website and you're going, I've been waiting for the phone to ring all the time. I've been waiting for my phone to ring and it's not ringing and you're just waiting. And it's kind of getting weird.
Yeah.
It's like it's a weird deal. And you say, I don't understand why my business isn't growing. So what you do is you go to a Tony Robbins seminar, and he goes, you got to unleash the power within. You've got to unleash the power. I want you to stand up right now and look at me and tell the negative thoughts to go away and just take it all away. The law of attraction. I'm attracting you. You attracted me. Why are you here? Because of the law of attraction. I feel you. Do you see what just happened here? We just made a connection. We just, whoa. And then all of a sudden, beach balls. Who wants to walk on hot coals? I know some people got burned in Dallas, but let's forget about those people. Let's get serious.
You know, after that conference, when you get back, your business is just going to be booming. There's going to be lines when you get back.
You're
just
in the
because
same
you went
place
to the conference, right?
before you left. I mean, you didn't change. You didn't
That's
move
right.
anywhere. You gained
So
momentum.
here's how you make your business blow up. You guys ever been to Las Vegas, Nevada? If you're listening right now, have you been to Las Vegas, Nevada? Sharita, have you been to Las Vegas?
I have not yet.
Wow.
I need to
Oh,
go.
nice.
I've never
Wow.
been.
Well,
I've never been.
Wow. Now, Vanessa, have you been
I
to
need
Las
to go.
Vegas?
I have been to Las Vegas.
We've been there many times.
Yes.
And when you go there, you know what they do? You know how they get you there? Marketing.
Yeah, true.
They're
true.
always doing ads.
Yeah.
They have songs about Las
They're marketing
Vegas.
in the streets. They're marketing.
But I mean,
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
to
I
get
remember
you
that.
to Vegas, they are marketing all the time.
Yeah.
They're trying to get you. And they came up with that phrase.
Yeah.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. They got billboards. They got
You know what I
ads.
noticed last time? It had been a while since we'd been to Vegas, but Uber and Lyft are now making they're passing out these things. I'm like, wow, like that's a good idea, right?
You want your business
Passing
to
out
be.
ads?
These little cards that usually they give you that are inappropriate, but they're not doing
Wow.
that anymore. No, the Uber and Lyft do not. No, but I'm saying I'm surprised. It's a good move. They have guys standing and they have Uber and a Lyft shirt on. They're competitors, obviously, and they're passing like a business card that's saying, when you
use
are
our
intoxicated
service.
tonight,
What I want to
call.
share, what I want to communicate here, what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to communicate is that any city in America could make themselves the new
Yes.
Vegas if they wanted to be. They run ads consistently marketing Vegas. They constantly advertise Vegas.
Yes.
Any city in America could do that, though. You realize it's in the desert.
Yeah.
There's no water.
Sure.
There's nothing good about Las Vegas other than the tax laws are
Yeah.
are flexible. There's gambling, but they've marketed that
Yeah.
city.
And I've heard there's nothing outside of
No,
that
there's- yeah.
strip area. Like it's just regular. Once
Yeah, and so the thing is that if you have a business in the desert, you got to market that beast. You have to. You can't sit there and wait. I mean, how crazy would it be if we moved out to Vegas and built a hotel and just sat and waited for people to show up? They promote it everywhere. So you've got to get aggressive about marketing your business. Now, you have to create this thing called the three-legged marketing stool that Dr. Z and I talk about all the time. You must create the three-legged marketing stool. You have to have three bona fide and certified ways to create inbound leads. So, Sharita, let's kind of go through those there. Here we go.
Sure. What do you want me to go through?
Let's go. We'll start with the Dream 100. Let's start with the Dream 100,
Sorry.
okay?
Yeah.
Not a
Oh,
problem.
I love the name of the Dream 100. This is something that you have our clients do, and I love it because what does it mean when you say the Dream 100? It's not 100 dreams. What is it?
You're making a list of the 100 ideal and likely buyers that you want to go after. So, Vanessa, you saw us do this in the wedding industry. We made a list, and we said, hey, we're a disc jockey company, and we want every bridal shop to refer us and every jeweler to refer us. And how did we go about doing
This
that?
changed our business because when we realized that if we got people from up the food chain who if a bride booked their dress first, if we had the wedding shop refer us,
Yes.
we were able to increase our bookings. I don't know what the percentage was, but it was insane because now people were sending the brides to us instead of us having to go and cold call and find them.
Do you remember that poster I made that said the road to $1 million?
Yeah, I do remember it.
It was the road to $1 million, and I had it, and then I made all the guys wear Krispy Kreme hats. And every day the guys would wear Krispy Kreme hats. They would show up at every hotel
And bring Krispy Kremes.
and bring Krispy Kremes every day to every hotel, to every jewelry store, to every venue. We had to do it because that's how we generated inbound referrals.
Yeah.
And now, more from the former Small Business Administration Entrepreneur of the Year and father of 5 human kids.
And you didn't come up with the Dream 100 yourself, but this was a proven system that you learned from a book that you read, correct?
Yeah, there's a book called The Ultimate Sales Machine, which was written by Chet Holmes, who is the business partner of Charlie Munger. Who's Charlie Munger? Who's that? Who is he? I don't even know who that is. Well, that's Warren Buffett's partner. Oh, that seems like it's reasonable then. So he teaches this system, and what he finds is that if you systemically go after the 100 ideal and likely buyers that have the potential to refer you so much business it could change everything for you, that's a good investment of your time. Now, Shark, what's the next move?
The next one is search engine optimization, which is really important. It's a lot of hard work. We were talking about Dagobah earlier with Clay. It's not sexy in the sense of all the work you have to do, but the results are majorly sexy, I think.
You can absolutely get to the top of Google for any term you want to, and there's a proven systemic way to do it. We can teach you how to do it. There's a lot of details we got to get into, which is why we have a 15-hour workshop to get into it. By the way, we have big screens so you can see what the person's talking about, screenshots of what they're doing, templates of what they're doing, somebody holding your hand while you're doing it. By the way, you can go to, you can say, I didn't understand what you guys were saying. And during lunch, we'll sit down with you and show you. Yeah. And then we're not going to upsell you something. We're not like, hey, here's this magical thing you got to buy now. Yeah. We're not doing that, Thrivers. We're not giving you half of the information and then going, but at the Magic Real Estate Seminar, you can learn how to put no money down and become a billionaire. Yeah. So we don't do that. Now, the next move, Sharita, is what?
Targeting and retargeting ads.
There are certain people that should see your ads and certain people that shouldn't. Now, Vanessa, you started buying some tumblers, I believe, that were made by women. Am I making this up?
Sure, but I can go with it. No, I bought some of the Mexican glass hand blown. Yes.
Wasn't there one like there was a story behind it, like they were made by people?
No, that was some jewelry a long time ago. But
what was the one that was the
jewelry?
I think is it ModCloth? Is it ModCloth? Is that an ad that follows you around?
That's just like a dress, a clothing shop, and they have really cute dresses and things. But they're not like they don't make them themselves.
But they follow you around. Yeah,
they do follow me around because I've been to their website, and so you can explain how this happens now.
So the way it works is that it works there is if you're a woman and you're on the internet, they want you to see their ads.
Yes.
So they demographically profile you. And then if you've ever clicked their website, have you ever been to their website
before?
Which
I have, and I've bought things from them.
And I think people think this is happening on accident, or they see this, I was on this website, and now look at this ad on Facebook. They don't understand. It's a move. It's a system.
I know a lot of times people feel like it's Trump teaming up with Russia. Because since he's became the president-elect, I think a lot of people are going, hey, I was just listening to the other show. I was just on the other station, and I have noticed that since Trump was elected, the ModCloth ads are following me. Now, I was Googling ModCloth and Putin, and I noticed the word Putin has a vowel in it, and so does, ModCloth, and I realized Trump and ModCloth and Putin are working together. I might have to go listen to some Rush Limbaugh and sort this all out. But Thrivers, if you want to learn about targeting advertising, retargeting advertising, go to thrivetimeshow.com. How do you do it? What do? You get on that internet and you go to www.thrivetimeshow.com.
Are you looking to start or grow a business? Then you are definitely going to have problems and questions along the way. You will find the answers to all of your business questions at Thrive15.com. Thrive15.com provides online video-based business training taught by millionaires and successful entrepreneurs for less than $1 per day. That's less than your daily coffee budget. It's no classrooms, no get-rich-quick seminars. These are trainings broken into 15-minute segments that get you the answers that you need. It's business school without the BS. I dare you to try a 7-day free trial. Simply go to Thrive15.com, and the first 100 people will also receive a free downloadable for how to optimize your website. So stop wasting your time and money. Go to Thrive15.com and get your business questions answered now.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back into the conversation. Today we are talking about how to build a simple, repeatable sales system to effectively and consistently generate leads. The whole idea here at Thrivers is we're trying to teach you how to build a system that can consistently produce sales leads for you so that even while you're sleeping, things can be sold. Even while you're in another meeting, things can be sold. Even while you're with your kids, things can be sold, because we take it back to the root of the entire conversation. And I repeat, I want to read this to you. Remember, the finish line in business is not to just be profitable. The real finish line is to build a truly scalable business that creates massive value in the marketplace without needing you to be there every day to run it. However, without sales, you have no business. Vanessa.
So once you create this scalable business that doesn't require you to be there, your level of freedom just opened up so much, because you can keep your business and not be there. But also, before, you never would have had the opportunity or the option to even sell your business, because it was all dependent on you. So when you pass away, your business would basically die, right? But now it opens up so many options.
Now, Sam, can you pass me that image right there of Albert Einstein? Sam's our excellent show producer. This guy gets it done. He's a modern Viking.
Yes,
I don't know. Sam, can you hop on the camera real quick, just so people can see just what a gorgeous man you are?
Yes.
Just Karina
Vanessa
lucked
said
herself
Karina's
into.
Viking, yes.
That's
I
right.
love
Karina's
it.
Viking.
I love
So,
it.
Sharita, can you read this notable quote? If you're on Facebook
Yes.
Live, you can see it.
It says, great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds.
So let's break that down. This is Albert Einstein. He says, great spirits have always encountered violent.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you what, Sam, I'm going to pass this back to you here. But whenever I've talked to some optometrists out there
Yeah.
who go, how many patients does Dr. Zellner actually see? And I said, typically 0, on average. I mean, if you round it up, And they're like, it's called Robert Zellner and Associates. Just the name is misleading. He's not even there. I've talked to photographers who say, they'll ask my guys, so how many weddings a year does Clay take photos of? And my guys will go, well, we do about, 10 to 30 a week, so maybe 1,500 a year, whatever, But how many does he take? Well, he doesn't take any photos. What? In fact, he doesn't even know how to use a camera. What? He doesn't even know what cameras we own. What? He doesn't even. What?
Yeah.
What does he do? And I don't think he chases his wife around a lot. That's why they have 5 kids. That's the move, So the thing is, people though they violently, the industry, the photographers, they just get all frustrated because they're like, see, you're not even a photographer, and you're out there selling cheap photography. You're trying to make the prices low and make it difficult. The pie was supposed to be big enough for all of us, but you're trying to take it all, and you're just trying to dominate the market. And I'm going, yeah, that's all true. So the thing is, Thrivers, is if you're at your office today, and this is the mood of the office, it's sort of a little bit downer. Here we go. And you're listening to some Foreigner, and you're going, I'm waiting for my phone to ring, and I'm waiting, and you're just going, it's not ringing, though. And you're kind of, it's that weird kind of that downer mode. This is that 80s downer. This is the kind of song you don't want to listen to if you're questioning the meaning of life. You don't want to be here, it's just kind of a downer. But people are in their office going, I've been waiting for my phone to ring. And your wife's like, you need to probably do some marketing. I've been waiting for my phone to ring. And your husband's like, you probably need to make some sales calls. I've been waiting. And you're waiting. And then kind of, because you're kind of a religious person, you go to a home fellowship. And home fellowship is a thing I want to get into for a second. Home fellowship, there's usually a guy who's playing a guitar, and he's usually singing a song like, be to our God. But he's kind of raspy because he's praise and worship at a church in Tulsa. So be to our God forever and ever. And then they stop and they go, you guys want to have some time for some vegetables? Yeah, sure. So you do some vegetables and the cheese trays. And then they go, does anyone need prayer? And Daryl, there's a guy in your group named Daryl, maybe Mac or Buddy, probably Daryl. And Daryl walks up and he's like, we're just praying that we're going to get more sales. We're praying for sales. Since we've opened up our dog emporium, like, what is that? It's an importer of dogs. Do you train dogs? No, we import them. What's your website? We don't have one. But Jill and I have been just praying for abundance this year, and we're just going to pray for that. And so what happens is God can do whatever he wants. I mean, God could, split part the seas. God could, create unicorns. God can do what he wants. But the thing is that you've got to do in the natural what you can do, because it's not even logical to sit there and just pray for leads.
Sure.
You got to.
And you always say this, though. It's not that we don't believe like in abundance or blessing, but Clay always talks about, in Proverbs, like you have to be diligent. You have to do the work.
Do what you can with what you can,
Sure.
and then God can do the rest.
Yeah.
And then the guy next to you at home fellowship, and you know what you are, because if you're Daryl or Mac or Buddy, you're frustrated because there's a guy in the group. His name is Kevin.
Yes.
Like heaven. He has perfect teeth, and he seems kind of thin, like too thin. And you're going, how is he that thin? And he's like 44, but he looks like he's 32.
Yeah.
And he's handsome too. He doesn't help because he's kind of Brad Pitty.
Yeah.
Kind of a Brad Pittness to him.
Has a
And
pitch.
he's like, oh, what's going on? I'll be happy to pray for you, buddy.
Yeah.
And you go, what do you even do for a living? Well, I have a business, but I'm not there very much because we were in Vermont this month. And you're like, how are you in Vermont this month? You have a big business, you're in Vermont, and I'm over here slaving away at my dog emporium, not making any money. What's going on? And you get frustrated, and then you go to God and you say, I just want to know how to do it. And the thing is, you getting motivated or upset or frustrated or crying. Some people are crying right now going,
Yeah.
teach me the system. I just
I
want
think
to know.
we've been there.
Yeah.
We all have. If you've been
Sure.
in business, you all
Sure.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we want to teach you this system.
Yeah. And I think God has an answer to your prayer. Like if you
True.
are at the group, praying, our workshop
Well,
is it.
also,
I'm like,
you
our
can always
workshop.
do what we did on Sunday and just have a Jamaican jerk fest and burn a
Yes.
Christmas tree.
Yes.
I mean,
That
Yes,
stuff is
that's a
great.
good home fellowship as well.
But you need to come to our workshop.
You need to do it,
You need to.
Thrivers. Now, here's the deal. Once you start marketing, there's a right way to market and a wrong way to market. And for sake of time, I'm going to get into it. You have to do mailers. There's a right way to do mailers, and there's a wrong way.
Yes.
There's a right way to do billboards, and there's a wrong way. There's a right way to do magazines, and there's a wrong way. There's a right way to do cold calling in a wrong way. There is a right way to do networking, and there is a wrong way to do networking. There's a right way to do TV ads. Who here has seen some bad TV ads?
Me.
And now, more from the man who has 5 kids, 46 chickens, 9 businesses, 4 cats, and no tact.
Oh, no tact. That was mean, radio guy. Why would you say that?
He loves you.
I haven't even heard that
He
one
means
yet.
you tell it like it is.
Okay,
That's what he means.
no
That's what he
tact.
means.
Wow,
You
man
just
who-
tell it like it is.
Wow. Okay. And up next here. Okay. All right. Now the next thing is radio. Right. There's a right way to do radio ads. And there's a
Yeah.
wrong way. How many of you have heard, Vanessa? Have you seen a TV commercial, or Shark? Have you seen one recently? We're not going to talk about the company.
Sure.
But have you seen a local TV ad and you go, oh, that hurt them. Oh, that was not.
Yes.
Oh, that was not good.
Yes.
I remember I saw a billboard a while back. We were together. Havana was with us.
Yep.
And it showed a person with a vacuum, and their hair was everywhere.
Yes, we couldn't figure out what it meant.
And we didn't know what the product was, and it didn't have a website on it.
Nothing.
And we're
No
like,
branding.
what was it? It just has the name of the company, but there's no website. There's no call to action. There are specific things to do and specific things not to do. And I can't think of anybody better to teach you how to do successful advertising than Dr. Robert Zellner. Now, Thrivers, if you're going, okay, I want to learn this stuff. I want to learn it. And I want to know that when I go there, it's not going to be something where I regret going. Okay. There's a couple guarantees I'm going to make for you. One, if you Google Thrive 15 and then Forbes, Thrive 15 and Forbes, you're going to see that Forbes actually said this. I read the words that Forbes has said. Forbes said, with tools like Thrive 15, people of any age can learn to start or take their business to the next level.
Yeah.
I can tell you, Fast Company did a feature on how Vanessa and I bring our kids to work every day. Bloomberg has featured us in one of our founders, David Robinson, on the show. I can tell you can drive over to Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates and see a real thriving business. I can tell you can drive out to Z66, his auto auction, and see a real business. I can tell you can book a wedding with Epic Photography. I can tell you can get your hair cut with Elephant in the Room. And I can tell you what, in all of those situations, I will not be there, but I will be at the workshop, because that is my highest and best use, is to help you learn what you need to know to start or grow a business. You talk about my highest and best use, I'm going to let loose and answer the questions that you have. You're going to have answers to questions that you didn't even know that you had. You got to get out there, because I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. You look back and go, that was the moment that I finally figured it out. It is the Thrivetime conferences. Go to thrivetimeshow.com, and there you can learn more about it. It's a two-day interactive workshop. It's on January 20th and 21st. Somebody right now, somebody needs to write that down. It's January 20th and 21st. It's 2 days, and you want to reserve your spot, because once we're out, that's all we've got. We're going to keep it small, very small group there. You want to make sure you check it out, thrivetimeshow.com. And if you go, I'm not a workshop guy, I'm listening from Michigan. We have a lot of Thrivers in Australia right now. We had someone from Malaysia the other day.
Nice.
The thing is, go to thrive15.com. It's the world's best business school. And for less money than you spend on random stuff you shouldn't be buying anyway at convenience stores, you can sign up. And if you can't afford it, you can set your own price. And finally, last but not least, if you want one-on-one in-person or over-the-phone mentorship, one-on-one business coaching, we have a plan for you. So how do you learn about all this stuff? Go to thrivetimeshow.com. Go to thrivetimeshow.com, and sharing is caring. Caring is sharing. What you do, if you love today's show, go to thrivetimeshow.com, listen to the podcast, click the share button, and share it with somebody, because you know there's somebody who wants to make this new year the best year yet. Just click the share button, share it with them. And as always, 3, 2, 1, boom!